How's everybody?
How are you?
Good.
But Byron, without Minka Fitzpatrick and TJ Watt, the Steelers pretty much had one game wrecker on defense, and that's Cam Hayward. He was matched up with your struggling left guard, Luke Gedeke, pretty much all day one-on-one. Why wasn't there more help on Hayward from Gedeke? That's something even Todd Bowles alluded to on Monday.
I got to do a better job of helping them out in those situations. Obviously, it wasn't that simple, but I just got to do a better job of helping them out. That's really what it comes down to.
Byron, it looks like obviously you guys are probably going to have to count on Kyle Rudolph a little more with Cam out. Is he healthy enough, or is he capable enough at this point in his career to give y'all quality reps?
I believe so. I believe there's something still left in the tank. He's been having great practices really since he's been here. Now he's had enough time to really know what he's doing, to know the system, understand how we're going to use him and where we're going to use him. So I think we'll be fine there. I think we'll be fine with Kyle. He's a Pro Bowl guy. He's a guy that's been in this league, that's been around a lot of football. So I believe we'll be fine there.
Placement been, has appeared to allude to, especially on first down, a lot of predictable situations, leading into predictable situations on second and third down, specifically with those runs. At what point does it become a concern? At what point do you look at what you're doing as a play caller and change that to provide more unpredictability on offense?
Well, I look what I'm doing as a play caller every week, right? I look and see what I'm doing. Obviously, everybody had their opinion. They had those opinions really since I've been here. Understandable, but we're always doing the right thing that we feel as though for our ball club. Obviously, we need to be better on first, second, and third down, to be honest with you. We're working to get that done, but we're just working to get that done. We're working to be better on first, second, and third down.
As far as the first down runs, though, you look at it, EPA, you're 32nd in the league. When you pass on
32nd in the league in what?
in expected points added, EPA. And if you look at in passing situations, you guys are six. Stats, they're stats. They tell the story. They don't lie. So, just wondering why I don't want to say stubbornness, but why continue to run the ball on first down when it's been ineffective?
We do what we feel as though the best thing for us to move the ball and to score points on every down.
Byron, how often or how much is referee tendencies factor in when you're developing a game plan?
To who?
Referee tendencies. Some crews, they throw flags on certain things. Some they don't. How much does that factor in when you're developing a game plan?
It's huge. We have a great awareness of who's reffing the game, tendencies, what they're doing, who's in this, who's collectively as the group, as the staff or the referee staff. So there's work done on that every week on who we're going to have every week.
Byron, on 3-1 in the fourth quarter, you opted to run at that matchup again at Cam Hayward with Luke Gedeke blocking one-on-one against him. That did not work out well.
It's not a true statement, but okay.
Okay. Tristan Wirfs is probably your best offensive lineman. Shaq Mason's your best guard. Why are there not more runs behind your best players on third and short, with third and short situations being so difficult to pick up?
We're always doing the best thing for us, what we feel as though the best thing at the time, regardless of if it works or not. We're always trying to do the best thing at that time for it to work. When it don't work, it don't work. We got to get to the drawing board. I got to coach it better. We'll play it better.
Can you give me some logic or what was happening on that play? It looked like
No.
the hole was to go behind Gedeke and Hainsey on that run.
No logic.
There was some criticism of your quarterback, Tom Brady, for attending a wedding before the game. Some have said maybe he's not as locked in and as focused as in previous years. What have you seen? What would you say to those folks?
Look, Tom's here. Tom's ready to play ball. Tom is Tom. The Tom I know is still here. So when you're in these spots, right, when you're not having as much success, there's opportunity for everyone to say what they want to say, right? People have probably been waiting for years to say this stuff, right, to really get it out and say what they need to say. We understand we're not playing our best football, but I trust this group. I trust the coaching staff. We'll keep working, and we'll try to get it turned around. That's all we can really do. Now, we're a 3-3 football team. A lot of people may already thrown dirt on us, right? We'll see. We understand we got a lot of football left. We're just going to keep competing, keep trying to go out and win football games, and we'll see where we at the end of the year.
So you had no concerns about him missing the walkthrough?
No.
Byron, you said you guys are making plays and decisions based on what you think is best for you. Looking back on Sunday, given how depleted Pittsburgh's secondary was, why wasn't it good to test that secondary with more downfield passes?
Well, it's easier to say. A lot of things happened in that game that I really won't go into detail. We just didn't do a good enough job really executing really on any down. We didn't play well enough as an offense, and when you don't, it looks like that. It looks like that anytime you lose football games. That's how you feel. It's always a what if. What if we would have did this? What if we would have did that? Same when you win. You win, you do the same thing. What if we'd have did this? What if we'd have did that? It could have been a little better here and there. So that's the game. We understand that. We understand where we're at. We're just going to keep chipping, keep working. And I still like who I have, who we are, the coaching staff, same everything. We're just going to keep working and try to get this thing turned around.
Is the pass blocking good enough to be able to hit some of those downfield shots? Or, because I see Tom's getting rid of the ball even quicker than he has in the past. And I also know, too, that teams are oftentimes forcing you guys to check down. And they're not blitzing you, but it's like they're not allowing some of those deep shots, too.
No, our pass blocking is fine. Our pass, but I think we may be 1 or 2 in the league as far as that. Our pass blocking is fine.
Byron, last year you guys finished number 1 in the league in explosive plays. Obviously that's down this year. Talking with Todd yesterday, is there a philosophy change a little bit? Because he said, sustained drives, as long as you finish them, are important. Is that trying to balance out keeping the defense fresh and not having those quick offensive strikes?
Well, it's not the same team as last year or the team before. That's the biggest difference. It's not the same team. So we're working new people in. We're trying to get to a point where we're playing our better football later in the year. But in the process, you still got to do enough to win games like that last Sunday. So we understand that. We're still working on it. We're going to keep chipping wood, and hopefully we get it done. But I trust that we'll get it done because I trust the people in that locker room. I trust the staff.
Is it difficult, Byron? Because, it is a different team, right? No Gronk, no AB, who gave you a lot of downfield threats. You've got some fast guys that didn't play a lot in this last game for whatever strategic reasons. You need more speed because, right now Leonard Fournette seems to be a big part of your offense. He'll continue to be, but he's not going to the house on every play.
Yeah, you were just in the process of really just keep continuously trying to put people in position, keep putting them in position to have success. We haven't had as much as we had in the past. Right. We're doing some things well. We just ain't done. You guys used to us beating people 38-8, right, 42, 30 points a game, and we're striving to get that done. We're working to get to that point. And I believe who we are. I told you guys, I believe in this group. I believe in who we are as a staff that we'll get that done.
But you can't do it the same way.
No, it had to be done a completely different way, and we understand that. But we're in the process of trying to get that done. So as we're doing that, there may be some bumps in the road. Hey, man, we're going to keep playing ourselves, keep trying to put ourselves in position. And like I said, at the end of the year, we'll count these numbers up as we do every year, and we'll see where we're at.
Byron, kind of a broader question then, when you talk about that you're working at it and you're chipping away, how have you seen kind of overall your guys handle the frustration of it's not exactly where you want it to be?
Well, it's frustrating because, it's human nature. We're used to it too. It's frustrating for everyone. Anytime you lose in this league, especially you lose three of your 4, it's frustrating for everyone. Trust me, we're all walking in the building in the morning frustrated as can be because we're so used to winning, and everything we do is about winning football games, and we're not doing that right now. But when we're in these tough moments, right, it's not supposed to always be good. How do we react? That's what I love the most about this group. Everybody put their hand in the pile. Nobody begin to point fingers regardless of what's going on. We come in and come to work. That's what I love about this group, and I trust that. Now, what that's going to mean, what the results going to mean, we'll see. But I trust that process that we go through. We've been in these type of moments before, people throwing dirt on us and everything like that. We'll see. We'll keep working and we'll see.
Todd said the other day after the loss that, guys who are living off the Super Bowl success are living in a fantasy land. Have you sensed that there are guys in that locker room maybe living off the Super Bowl?
Off the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
From 2020?
Right.
No, but I don't really know what he said about that, to be honest with you.
He just said anybody who's still living off the success of the Super Bowl is living in a fantasy land, Yeah,
that's true. Anybody that's living off 2020 Super Bowl, Yeah, that's fantasy land. That's almost 2 years ago. Yes, he's true on that.
Byron, one of the things that Russell Gage said yesterday was, he said that this offense needs more energy. I quote, "I think there's a lot of times when we're kind of dead, even when we're making good plays." How would you react to that?
I don't know. You have to ask Russ what he really meant by that.
I'm just asking you to react to what he said.
I have no reaction to that.
Byron, you've said that, a lot of times when we see Tom get frustrated, he's mad at himself.
Yeah.
The other day,
He was mad at someone else.
you've been a quarterback, you rely on those guys. How do they generally take it? What did you make of his exchange there in terms of?
They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They all, we've built something here, man. We've been together here a while. This group's been together here a while, so we all understand each other. We trust each other that those moments can happen and they never get carried away. That's one thing about this group. Those moments can happen. Sometimes they happen on TV where everybody sees them. Sometimes they happen out here on a Friday, a Wednesday where no one sees it, right? And it may not just be Tom. It may be anyone. So that's football. We understand football. What we're all trying to do is really just trying to play better. And we're working on getting that done. That's really all what that was about. Man, how do we get ourselves to play better ball because we don't like where we're at right now? That's really what that is, and we're working our tail off to get that fixed.
Tom said after the game that everybody, self-included, needed to look in the mirror. And I didn't know if you've gotten any indication or have there been any signs of guys doing that?
Oh, yeah. Just the way we're coming to work, we understand. Like, this group has been together in tough situations. This ain't the first time we've been in tough situations together as a group. So we're smart enough to know, hey, man, it's a long season. Let's make sure we're focusing on what we need to focus on. And this group is always great with that. This group is always really good with the understanding of how long a season is, the ups and downs in the season. And we're just going to lock in, focus, and try to find a way to get a win this week.
There's a lot of talent in this wide receiver room, and throughout some plays this season, you've seen them struggle to get separation, struggle to get open. What have you been doing to kind of schematically and creatively think of ways to get them open and put them in advantageous positions where they can make plays?
Well, we think of those things every week. Really, since 2019, we get here. That's really our whole thought process of putting guys in position to have as much success as possible. Sometimes you don't have that success, but that don't mean that we're not still thinking this thing up week in and week out. That's what we go through week in and week out, trying to put guys in position to have as much success as possible.
You were talking about the criticism and people throwing dirt on you, and I know you don't take that lightly. You love what you do. I'd asked you about the players, but what's it like for you personally when the team isn't doing so well?
Oh, it's miserable when you lose, right? This game's about winning and losing. It's not even really about how you play. When you win in this league, you're happy. When you don't win in this league, you're not happy. It's just a part of it. And when you've lost as much as we lost in the past 4 weeks, we need to find a way to get a good taste in our mouth. So we're just going to keep working, try to put ourselves in position to win football games because we like winning them a whole lot more than we like losing them, trust me.
How much are you sleeping?
Oh, I'm sleeping well.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'm sleeping well. Yeah.
Take care of yourself.
Hi guys, how you doing? Good.
Tom, since 2007.
Before we start, can I say one thing?
Yes, absolutely.
Earlier this week I made a statement about playing football and the military, and it was a very poor choice of words, and I just want to express that to any sentiments out there that people may have taken it in a certain way, so I apologize. Go ahead.
Okay. Since 2007, media, coaches, players have said the best way to get to you is interior pressure, which is true for any quarterback, but specifically a pocket passer like yourself. You look at the last couple weeks, Chris Jones, Brady Jarrett, this past week Cam Hayward, all have had success getting interior pressure. How much does that limit your ability to execute, progress through your reads, and ultimately take shots down the field to move the ball?
I think anytime you get pressure, you're forced to throw the ball quicker than you want. So it's just tougher to go through your reads, but that's just the reality of football. So I've been dealing with that for 23 years too. So everyone's trying to get to the quarterback and pressure the quarterback however they think they need to do it. And whether you get it on the edge or whether you get it inside, it's really the same thing. I think we've faced some very good interior pass rushers the last 3 or 4 weeks. So between Kenny Clark, Chris Jones, Grady Jarrett, Cam Hayward, Derek Brown this week. So it's a lot of good ones in the league right now. It's a good group, and we've kind of faced them back to back to back to back. And it's just the reality of being in this league. They're going to be good edge rushers, good inside rushers, good corners. I think we just have to do a better job overall of executing our assignments, whether that's pass rush or run blocking or throwing the football or getting open or running the ball. All those things come up. So, challenging thing about football is it's the ultimate team sport. We're all in it together. And in order to score points, you have to do a lot of things the right way. And, we just got to keep working at it.
Tom, back to what you said a few moments ago about the military. What did you mean by that comment? Just the fact that football players, they have to make a lot of sacrifices in season?
To be honest, I don't really want to expand on it too much because I don't feel like.
I just wanted to give you that opportunity.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I have a tremendous amount of gratitude for everyone who served. And, in the end, we play a game, and the military is defending our country as two very different things, and I shouldn't have made the comparison.
Tom, look at Mike Evans, I'm sure at the end of the game, with 4 catches, 4 targets. That's not ideally what you guys wanted. What happened on Sunday to prevent him from getting more opportunities with the ball, especially even in the red zone? You guys have done so well on fade passes down there by the goal.
Yeah, they did a good job defending us. They've just done a good job, kind of making sure he's covered. And, anytime Mike's open, I'm going to try to give him the ball. But the guys have been doing a good job defending it, and we just got to make other plays. And that's just until they, allocate help elsewhere, we have to make the plays elsewhere. So it's just a matter of keep finding the open guy, and my job's to drop back and find the open guy. And Mike's usually open when he's got the right matchup, but when they really try to take him away, I got to find other guys. It's my job.
Tom, your whole career, you've heard your game analyzed and opinions about it. When you hear Ben Roethlisberger say that it looked like you didn't want to be out there and you can't be having any fun, does that carry any more weight, or does that get your attention?
I think anytime you lose, it's not very fun for any of us. So I think we just got to go play better. I think that's the reality to solving a lot of issues, is to play better and to win. And I've definitely been a part of seasons where we have not played as well as we're capable, and I don't think it's as enjoyable for anyone. I think everyone's working hard to get it right. I'm sure you guys in your job like to get it right. We like to get it right in our job, and when it doesn't go right, I don't think anyone's happy in their job when it's not right, and we're certainly not happy when it's not right. So we're working hard to get it right.
Do you feel any different this season at all, the way things are going?
Well, I think everything's unique. Every year's different. It's just. Every football season's a little bit different. There's different challenges. We just got to work hard to, we're certainly not a finished product. We got to work hard to make the improvements we have to make. And that's what going out to practice is all about, and having great communication with your teammates and trying to get things headed in a better direction.
Tom, you talked on the podcast Monday. Cameras caught you on the sidelines having words with your offensive line. And Hainsey made a point to say yesterday that he likes that from you. He likes that you want more and you want to motivate your line. Just want to see about the dynamic there and how well that message was taken by the line.
Yeah, I think it's natural. Certainly when you lose a game, if we won the game, it would be taken in a whole different context. So I think that me and my ability to, whether that's raise my voice at people or create a sense of urgency, that's just part of my style. I mean, I've done that for certainly a long period of time, and I think the guys up front know how much I care about them, and we have a lot of great conversations over the course of the week in our own individual meetings on the practice field where, they feel like they could say anything to me. I feel like I could say anything to them. So, I think everyone's trying to work hard to put ourselves in a better position to win, and I don't think anyone's going to be happy, certainly not me, until we start winning and playing the way we're capable. So that's what our job is. Now, yelling's not going to fix that. I think going out and doing a better job and working on the things that are going to help us improve, is ultimately what's going to make us a better football team. So I think, we gotta create the actions and the urgency to go out there and perform better. And then when we do that, people will have a lot better feeling about, our team and what we're trying to accomplish. So we just haven't played the way we're capable of. I think I said that a few times, and, we're working hard to get it right.
On Sunday, you had said that everybody needed to look themselves in the mirror. Have you seen glimpses of guys doing that, and if so, in what ways?
Definitely, and I think that's the important thing about losing games is it helps you, those hurt. You stay up at night, you think about them, they bother you during the day. Like I said, we're here to win. That's what we're here for. So when you're not winning, there's a part of you that's, no one enjoys that part of football, of competition and losing. So we're just going to keep working at it. And it's more about action than saying a bunch of words. We got to go do it. And, no one's making it easy on us. No one's going to make it. No one's going to feel sorry for us. So, that's sports. And it's week 6. We're going into week 7. There's a lot of football. And our whole season's ahead of us. We got a long way to go.
There's been a lot of
in your
discussion
time.
about play calling, specifically on first down with the runs that have been called, and some predictability leading to that, putting you guys in disadvantageous positions in 2nd and long, 3rd and long. Do you feel that there's that predictability sometimes out there? And is it hard when the positional grouping out there for you to audible into different plays and really have success?
I think our problems are an execution problem. I think that every team has different things they like to do and do differently, and their scouting reports and so forth. I think in my opinion, when we watch the film, we need to do a better job executing, and there's plenty of plays out there for us to make that we haven't made. So that's what we have to do.
Execution aside, though, when you're continuously running on first down and having some unsuccessful attempts there,
Yep.
teams are starting to pick up on that. Hey, they're going to
Yep.
run on first down, then they're putting in 2nd and 3rd long. Now we can play a little bit off because they have to pass. That hasn't been an issue at all, you don't think, for this team?
Well, I think, if you improve the run game and then we gain more yards on first down, then you're in a better situation. Yeah, if you hand it off on first down, you don't gain yards. It's difficult because you're in 2nd and long. But if you do gain yards, you're in 2nd and short, and you have a great selection of plays. So, again, I think it's not as much play selection as when you run it, you want to be efficient when you run it. When you throw it, you want to be efficient when you throw it. So I think about it more of not necessarily what plays are called, but are we executing the plays that are called in order to, if you want a positive run, did we gain 5 yards? And if we didn't, why did we not? Was it the wrong look? Was it a bad look? Was it, a difficult alignment by the defense that didn't allow us to do that? And then when we throw it, same thing. Were we throwing it into a good look or a bad look? So every defense has strengths and weaknesses, and, we just have to do a better job executing.
And not to
Tom,
push
you
back,
Last one.
I'm sorry, not to push back one more time, but the execution
Yeah.
obviously hasn't been there.
You
yet.
can still have a question.
I'm sorry, sir.
It's a-
The execution hasn't been there yet, but it's still been going back to those calls, even though the execution hasn't been there. So at
Yeah.
what point do you look at, hey, we've been doing a great job on passing.
Okay.
Yep.
We've been doing a good job on passing on first down, not so much a good job on running. When do you go to Byron and say, hey, maybe we should switch things up a little bit here?
I think it's just a matter of, yeah, that's the game. There's no other thing other than that. I know it sounds, but that's the reality. You got to do whatever play's called, whether it's a goal line run or whether it's a pass or whether it's 3rd and long. Our ability to execute, whether we throw it 50 times or run it 50 times, it's the same thing. We have to do whatever's called. We have to do a good job in our job to go execute it in the best possible way. Go ahead.
Sorry, sir.
In your time here, it's been, I don't want to say easy, but there's been a lot of success early on here, and there hasn't been, really guys haven't been in this position, so there's guys in that locker room that haven't been in this position, right, where things are getting frustrating and it's not that
We've been
it's
frustrated. We've definitely been frustrated.
Can
for
you
sure.
kind of put into context, though, how you've seen those guys respond to frustrating times when things have not been going well here?
Yeah, we have a lot of great competitors. And again, I don't think anyone in your job is going to feel great if you're doing your job and it's not going well. That's the same for football players, too. So I think for us, when you're 3-3, yeah, we wish we were better, but we haven't earned it. So we need to do a good job earning it. That means going out, emphasizing the right things, working on the right things, practicing them, gaining confidence, and ultimately going out in the game and executing. So that's the reality of what we have to do. And, our whole job is to try to go accomplish that. And we're putting a lot of focus on that. Anyone over here want to ask anything?
I got one time.
What's up?
Chris Sims, there's been a couple of national talking heads speculating that, Tom is not even going to finish out the season. And I've tried to say that's got to be crazy. I mean, we're here all the time. Can you clarify?
Well, that's really why I'm here. I'm here to announce, finally, you guys pushed me to the brink. And no, I think a lot of it for me is just us going out there to, I love the sport and I love the teammates and you know, I want to go do a great job for this team like I always have. So no retirement in my future. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, take care.